It was what can be described as skeletal services for churches that were opened today across Lagos State, while others were totally locked down for services. This was done in compliance with the directives of the Lagos State government pertaining curbing the latest COVID-19 virus. EKO HOT BLOG was on the streets of Lagos to have a feel of the pulse of Lagosians pertaining this development.
So we have to obey the law put in place by the president of this country. It's for the safety of all Nigerian citizens. We have to maintain that distance. So since they are in the position to make law for all Nigerian citizens, they are making law that will benefit the Nigerian citizens. So we have to abide by that. We can't predict. Looking at it now, to me, I'm not even convinced that it cannot come. But since it is something that is technological aspect and biological aspect, they now, with the research, they believe that it's already spreading. So we need to understand the situation and abide by that.
My Bible tells me in Romans 13 verse 1 that we should be, submissive to the authorities. So right now, you can see now, I'm living as far as Ikorodu. I came late. The first service that started at 8 o'clock and they are there 50 people. These are all our deacons, understand? So we count the people worshiping now is 50, understand? So we now, like me now, I'm waiting for the second batch because we need to comply because, if you don't obey them, something else might go wrong.
I was so surprised because even when they post it in a platform for us that we should come to mass, so I reached there is no mass, and unfortunately they said there is no match on further notice. I wasn't happy. It is not good to close a Christian church. I don't know what the president is doing. Let him do something about this so that this virus will go. We are not happy from all these things. I don't know about it, but I just maybe it's because of the sins of this world that have caused this problem. But we are all human. We all sin, that we all pray that we should pray that so that God will forgive us our sins, so that this virus will stop. This is the sins we have committed, that God is using his anger upon us. We should ask for mercy so that this virus will go. That is only what I have to say.
Okay, firstly, I think the rule of law needs to be respected. And I commend the church for respecting the rule of law. But however, the government should look beyond churches. There are other venues, the other avenue where people gathered, and they are even more than the number that was specified by the government. So the government should look like event centers, even the buses that we enter, it's crowded, it's choked. That alone, someone can contact. Even the water we buy, there are so many ways we can get this sickness. So government should not just focus on mosques or churches. Government should also try as much as they can to make this rule universal. Universal in such a way that everyone is involved. No matter how small or how big the organization is, everybody is involved. Because if one is contacted, we are careless in Nigeria. I can shake you, I can hug you, because that is culture, that is the way we do things here. We celebrate ourselves, we meet ourselves, and we recognize ourselves. So the government should try as much as they can to make this their law open to all, not just to churches or mosques. It should be open to all, public buses, taxi, open to all. As long as we are more than 20 or more than 10 in a gathering, this law should be applied.
We realize that the level of ignorance is so high. Some people have the opinion that coronavirus cannot thrive in this part of the world, and we decided to go out as part of our community service. That is where I'm coming out from now. We group ourselves into our community to pass the information to them, to disabuse that orientation, to let them know that no, coronavirus is here and the reality has dawned on us. We must comply with all the regulations the Lagos State government has passed, and not even the whole Nigeria. Personal hygiene, and I let them know that they must be aware, they must be ready, and to exercise all the hygiene principles that the the authority has laid down for us. And I believe the level of compliance is really high.
Okay, for a church that is truly a church, the church just have to comply with that, right? Because that reflects total obedience to the law. Understand what I'm saying? Compliance for us is something we should watch for. We should watch as in for. That is our watchword, being excellence. And when we got the information, immediately we came together, put all hands on deck so that we can come out with a schematic on how to bring our services forth. And through that, we were able to bring out, to map out 4 different services, right? It depends on the one that suits you. Each service shouldn't take more than 50 minutes or thereabout. We should have one running for 7, 8, 9, 10, thereabout. And we have a way of an individual indicating his choice, or I say the preference, you get, as in indicating which service you would like to attend. Initially, we're supposed to send out a link for you to register for the service, being with the directive that we shouldn't have more than 50 people in the church. They are at a particular time. So we try bringing this initiative to decongest the church, right? So even if the link, right, you're not registering on a link, then you come on the platform, right, and indicate your interest, or you send a mail, or you call, or you send a text. We have different platforms for someone to to reach to the church, so that we can make proper arrangement for the services.
Some people will pass the message around, some people didn't get the message. So just to get it to them so that they can comply. So that is what our bishop has said, there is no public mass today. Well, I don't know about that, but what I know is that something is happening, we don't understand it fully. And then different people are trying to prefer solution or caution. That is what we can understand. So people being asked that there's no mass is all to be aware of what is happening and to take caution. Well, we are not talking more about the directive of the government, but rather we are talking about the directive of our leaders. They said wherever you find yourself, still do your prayers. Even at home, gather together, read the word of God, share the word of God with your family, and then feel the presence of God. And let your heart and mind be in tune to God at this time, and pray. We need prayer, not just for Lagos, not just for Nigeria, for the whole world. So the home is the family is the first church. So let us gather around our family and pray.
Yeah, I did not believe on the people saying that COVID-19 cannot come to Nigeria, to the Africa. One, because we are all human beings, and the weather and the people are missing together always. More people go, another different people are coming. So you cannot say that because the weather of this place is hot or is somehow, it cannot contain such disease. It contains, because foreigners are always mixed with us, so they can influence us with the condition of the area. So I believe that the COVID-19 can come to Africa. So, personally, I always wash my hands, avoid public gathering, and exchange something with some people that I didn't familiar with.
Okay. Now you said something. You said you work in a bar. That's you meet a lot of people. How is it right now in the environment at the bar?
Yeah, in the bar, yeah. When I give out anything to customer like drink or food, I go back and wash my hands, and to prevent myself from being affected of the COVID-19.
From the churches we visited, it is obvious that the Christian community in Lagos are observing the directives of the Lagos state government. They have reorganized their services for those that held services, and for others, it was a total lockdown in their churches. This is a good step in the right direction towards the curbing of COVID-19. Kingsley Momo reporting for EKO Hot Blog.